Friends, welcome to this video of my YouTube channel, and in this video we will discuss about an important functionality of Microsoft Excel, which is conditional formatting. For the purpose of this video, I have created this demonstration, or you can say a dummy table, in which I am working with the total sales number. In this there are five columns. One is serial number 1 to 11, other is sale id, which can be different. In this I have assumed sr12 to sr52, and there is quantity which is purchased for particular serial id, and there is price. And in this formula is simple: total sales, that I am multiplying quantity with price. So in terms of conditional formatting, there can be multiple scenarios which are really interesting and which can be really helpful in clearing of data in a very long table. But for this purpose, for the sake of the easy explanation of the concept, I am using this simple data. I will present you some cases, then you will understand the impact of this implication of this technique on the bigger data, particularly when you talk about working with big data and big tables in Excel. So as you're familiar, this is table I have created. So in the end or in the middle of the video, you will see the benefits of creating table, not just writing some random data, but create working with tables in Microsoft Excel. Okay, let's start this. So my first conditional formatting which I want is that if total sales is greater than 2000 US dollars or PKR or euros, whatever, but if this number is greater than 2000 or equal to 2000, then this color should change. Because if the color will change, then I can easily work on particular number and I can see an issue, or I can further work on that. So how will I make this conditional formatting? That if any number increase above 2000 or equal to 2000, the color is changed automatically. So here I will select this whole column, and I will go to this conditional formatting, and you can see highlight cells rules. I'm applying this rule that if in whole column of this table, if any value is greater than, here by default you can see there is some average value, but I'm saying 1999. Here you can see a demo how it will look like. So if any value which is greater than 1999, that color will change. So I can change this color also. I can change this to yellow, or I can change this to green. But okay, let me do this. I can also change this to red text, but I will work with the red light fill because it is very prominent. So I will select OK. So what happened actually, that the values which are above or equal to 2000, that are changed, that color is changed, that I can easily identify. But somehow I identify a mistake and I change this quantity to 3. You see, this value is less than 2000, so it is automatically converted to the normal formatting of the table. So if I change back to 5, this is now greater than 2000, and again this representation is changed. Now I can say that I change this price, I change this to rupees 5 only. This change to 450, and automatically this is changed. So this is a one rule you can apply. Let's talk about others kind of conditional formatting, but before moving that, let me just clear this rule, clear from the entire sheet. I am working with table, so clear rules from this table, so it is normal. So I will select again and I will go to conditional formatting, and now I want to apply that if any value is between, like we have applied greater than, which you can do the same with less than. And when you do less than, you can say less than 500. So some will be highlighted. If this fulfill your requirement, you can change, otherwise you can go to other options. I will just give you a demo of between. If I select between 590 to 2000, then you can see you can apply this formatting. And next time when you uh, make an increment on this table or change any value, the coloring or the highlight or the formatting will be done as compared to rules which you are applying. So let me just do this demo. So this is already done. Now I want to make a new entry number 12, like SR44. I have purchased 87 items and the price is 7. So you see this, the rule was between 500 and 2000, so this fall in between. Now let's say there are just two items, so this does not fall into greater than 500 and 2000 category. Let's say this is 250 item, this again does not fall into this category. So you can see this rule is automatically applied to the next row. So let's clear this rule and from this table. Now I try this new one that it contains duplicate value. This can be an interesting case because in some scenarios you can be looking at some issues, or you can be looking at some values where there should not be a multiple values but you are getting a multiple values. Interesting case is here. Let me just select this sale id, and I don't want IDs to have the same number. For example, I don't want SR20 again because that can be a issue. As soon as I have repeated the value in this whole column that is highlighted, this is indicating mistake, that there is some mistake, that ID should be unique. So let me just here write SR12 because SR12 is already written. So this is indicating that there is some mistake. So you can use this formatting for some kind of identification where you have to make sure that values are not repeating. So I will clear this rule now. So let me just try this top and bottom. So if you want to highlight top 10 items, or if you want to highlight top 10% of the item, let me just say above average. What are the above average values? Just highlight those. You see there are two values which are above average, and let me just change this value so that it is very decent. So I'm saying that above average values, okay, highlight that these are the above average. But if I change this, let me just change this to 500, because now average is changed for this column, so automatically formatting is changed. If I change to 50, automatically is changed. If I change to 74, if I change to 7 big number, the value will be changed. So in this way you can format this. Now let's try a new feature which I think is very visually very impressive, that is data bar. You can use this data bar. It is like live graph which fulfills your demand of representation in a very impressive way. So let's do this. So if I say this like this is 21 item, 840 is already adjusted, automatically adjusted with reference to the biggest value. For example, 6512 is biggest value, so 100% of the place will be 6512. If I talk about 195, this will be as compared to this. You can use this representation for your office presentation. That can be a really impressive tool. So I will just clear this from the table, and let me just go to color scheme. You can use some kind of color scheme for representation, but this I find is really confusing. So last I am trying to do is highlight top 10% of the data, or let me just uh, end this with the data bar. So I want to end this with this color of data bar, and you can see that this is a really impressive way to express your data in presentation, and impress your teammate, impress your colleagues in university, your class or your office. So let me know what you learned about this conditional formatting, and I hope this conditional formatting in this simple table of 12 rows and 5 columns will clear some concepts. You can apply these concepts to bigger table and the bigger picture for effective representation. So let me know in comments if you need any help. Maybe I can made more videos on this, and help you in any way possible. Thank you for watching this video.